Hi, my name's Steve. I'm the founder of Oasis. In my experience, patience is one of those things you've got to keep on working at as long as you're alive. When I was in my 20s, just a few years before I began Oasis, I worked as a youth worker for a church in Kent. And whilst I was there, it was announced that there was going to be a brand new commercial radio station for the whole county, and they were looking for a presenter. A few weeks later, the man whose job it was to coordinate the whole thing, his name was Peter, came to see me. I was in awe of him. We sat and we talked for a while, and then I was shocked and equally excited by the fact that he offered me the job. I just couldn't understand why he didn't want to do it himself. And throughout the entire time I did the job until I left to start Oasis, every month or so, Peter would pop in to see me. We'd have a cup of coffee. He'd tell me how well I was doing. He'd say how intently he listened to every show. He'd tell me again what a good choice it was that they'd made to make me the presenter. And he'd give me lots of useful tips for how I could get even better. I never once believed anything other than he was my number one fan. Peter must have often cringed as he listened to my mistakes and gaffes. I used to cringe as I listened to my mistakes and gaffes, but he never gave up on me. He was always patient, he always persevered, he kept on believing in me, he was always positive. Over the years, as Oasis has grown, I hope that I'm learning to be as patient with others as Peter always was with me. I realise now that it was Peter's sense of vision which led him to always be patient with me, always persevere with me. And I've slowly learned this, that when I pray to God for courage, what does God do? He gives me tough situations that I can demonstrate and practice courage in. If I pray that my family will be loving, does God zap my whole family? Or does he drop me into situations where I learn to create love and understanding? And when I pray to be patient, what happens then? I believe God puts me in situations where I slowly learn through my hard work what it is to be patient with others.
My name is Damien McKenzie. I work at Oasis Academy, Coulsdon. I'm currently the Inclusion Zone Manager. I also used to attend Coulsdon as a student, and for me, the way that people dealt with me and being really patient is one of the reasons why I wanted to go back to Coulsdon and give back to the community. There were times when I really struggled to be at school, and the way that people would deal with me and would sit down and listen to what I had to say and how patient they were with me was something that I am really grateful for. The best example of when I feel like I've had to be patient within my job is when I worked with 4 Year 10 girls who were all at risk of exclusion. Being patient with these girls gave them the opportunity to be understood and gave them the opportunity to understand that when you're patient and you listen to what someone has to say, you will be listened to. For you to be patient, you sometimes need to be calm and you need to be able to listen and you need to be able to reflect on what you're told from young people.